topic that we are going to dive into is the capture the flag. You might have noticed that we have a cyberchess capture the flag every year when we organize cyberchess. Also, this year was not an exclusion. We had one 2 days before the conference, Monday and Tuesday. How many of you participated in the CTF? A few. How did you like it? Good? Excellent, yeah. I know, Kirill, yeah, I know you participated, yeah. And so you might not know that it was organized by our Canadian friends, Hackfest. They had a presentation on the keynote as well, Patrick. And as well, some of the tasks were developed by our own local students, because we wanted to go out of our usual bubble. Usually we have our CTF cybersecurity experts playing, but we wanted to go outside. So we included our friends Mārtiņa CTF. And this will be the story specifically about Mārtiņa CTF, how they grew from just an, if I may say, a scrappy student-led competition now to a full-blown event with 200 participants as now collaborating with us, CERT.LV and cyberchess. And there will be a lady student, curious IT student, who not just organizes hackathons, she does coding camps, somehow still finds time to mentor students, prototype electronics, and occasionally break stuff just for fun and to see what happens if so. So buckle up and give a warm welcome to our own IT student and CTF enthusiast, Katrīna Bukava.
Hi. So I guess I will just jump right into it. And I am presenting about the story of Mārtiņš. Mārtiņš. Mārtiņa CTF, you heard about it. It is a cybersecurity event for fun. A CTF was a bit described to you about how it is, but we want to talk about this event as a whole. Not only the CTF part of it, but organizing it, our story. My story as Mārtiņš 0451. We are not a cult or a science experiment, but our organization is very funky. We are trying to be fun and goofy and more eccentric. And really, all of the organizers for this event are named Mārtiņš. And I am just one of many. But in general, as you heard, a CTF is a cybersecurity competition, a challenge, a compilation of exercises where you are encouraged to find a plain text, a text string, usually encoded very specially, and that's what we call a flag. And we encode them in a bunch of tasks, programs, logical kind of solutions where you just try to find them. And it's meant to be a kind of a simulation, a very containerized idea of how to use skills, techniques, and vulnerabilities to be an attacker in a very kind of a safe experimental way. And it's what we wanted to do. But really, how did Mārtiņa CTF, how did it all begin? In 2022, really 3 Mārtiņi were at the right place and the right time. The right time, but we were students studying, and in general, we kind of got the zeitgeist of it. The whole, the sphere in our the student atmosphere was that cybersecurity is really cool. Cybersec, hackers, we're cool, man. It is something we talk about as IT students. We need to know vulnerabilities and such and such. I don't want to make a website with holes in them, but it's very intimidating because how can you really comprehend what you cannot see? It's only something that you feel the effects of afterwards. And it's very difficult to get into it. It's just like, it's very scary, very important, only for professionals, and I couldn't really do it. Where do I even begin? So aside from really some courses on university, we have some courses, maybe at University of Latvia speaking, and a master course at RTU, and there were some like private courses, and also what other CTFs are there? There is cyberchess CTF, very popular, but that's the big boy pants you have to be part of cyberchess CTF, and then the cyberchess, but that's only from like 16 to 25. But what if you are the professional and you want to start somewhere? And our right place was that we were those students that kind of felt it and were in the right place to have the interest, the time to do it as students. No, relatively, we were still busy, but still had the time, and the audience, being other students. We understood the zeitgeist and understood the need and demand for it, and had the empathy, because in reality, we wanted to do something that we wish we had. So we had the vision for it, and we wanted to make a safe trial of doing it for beginners, for people who are interested in it. And so it was really 3 IT students missing a practical cybersec. And so in 22, we started with the idea, and others also caught up on it. And we had a team that wanted to try it out, making our own CTF. So we actually did. We made our first CTF in 2023. And it was a very humble beginning. And really, it was all, we had to have a vision for it, understand what are we really making it about? And we started with our visual identity, the vision, the mission. And it was very much about, there was concept art, we had visuals, we actually drew a lot and talked a lot. And it was a lot of, throwing things at the wall. But there was this one combining idea of having a character you could make the event around, to have something to emphasize about. Well, also we wanted it to be kind of Latvian, because this is a Latvian CTF, and it will be so cool with a big old Latvian CTF. We want to make it sound, but there's Kiberples and so on. And actually, during the conversations about what could be our CTF name, we were butting heads, and I was like, oh, temporary solution, let's call it Mārtiņš CTF. We'll decide later what exactly it will be with Mārtiņš CTF. Guess what? A temporary solution often becomes the permanent one. And that became our identity. This idea of having Mārtiņš, the Jānītis, or the little Antiņš, the idea of the fool making mistakes and having these kind of problems and tasks that you help to solve. You have to understand that, in a sense, you're Mārtiņš, we're Mārtiņš. We're just trying to do our best and fix solution, break things, and see what's inside. And our whole visual identity to us. Every organizer is a Mārtiņš. As I said, I'm 0451. And in general, this is the face of Mārtiņš. And we have whole lore of having an evil guy that is named different, and it's a hacker, and so on. And in general, starting with the identity, really solidified us as a team and having a vision of what we want to do together. And so actually a lot of the events and tasks were based on real events, because we wanted the practical side of it. And we also were very, very creative of this, making fake companies that maybe, if you understand what this is a reference to, simulates or tries to be tasks for that happen in real life, or something like that, where it is inspired by a lot of things that do happen in cybersec. We followed along it. And so we were starting out, we had these ideas, we wanted to do stuff, but we needed some sort of help, and we reached out to Possible Security. I have to shout out to them, because of them we had our resources. We finally could get server resources specifically to host our tasks. And surprisingly, we didn't even need that many resources. So shout out to our greats that actually helped us happen for the first time ever. And through it, we also had our website. I want to show our website because it does tell our story as well, because this is we're not HTML, CSS lovers. We needed the site for the information to exist. The whole site was quite the trouble. The footer broken. We didn't know why. We couldn't fix it. We were trying our best. This is the humble story of how 3 IT students trying to make a website. Don't worry, the website will come up again. And also thanks to, because we were students, we used the opportunity, the fact that we are students. And Latvian Student Council in the University of Latvia, we pitched the idea, the event to them. And it also was new, and they didn't really understand what we were trying to do, but they supported us. They gave us a budget, a venue where to host it. Because the whole concept to us was also very scary. And guess what? There were many, many flubs, mistakes, mishaps. Well, you will see it throughout the next stories of how it went. The event structure in general for our CTF wanted to be all-encompassing. We wanted to have online so that people could remotely work, and also an in-person day where you could do in-person tasks, and kind of network and meet your teammates. But also to have lectures. So it had some sort of teachings of ethics or experienced people telling how to hack communication platform Discord, and we created all the tasks, everything around Mārtiņš. So how did the first year go? So we were not experienced. The remote part went well. We had tasks, everything worked. But the in-person task was that we had our venue, which was actually university venue, which was pretty much the classrooms of it. So turns out on Sunday, the doors are closed, so we had manually open up for each participant that was coming in. No, the people running the university did not want to keep them open, so we had to do it manually. So, okay, so we have to open the doors. We have to make identification. Crap, did any of us think about that? Nope, we're gonna DIY with a piece of paper and handwritten. Hey, we wanted to stream the last award ceremony. No streaming. Our phones and my earphones with a mic on it, where I literally interviewed people. So how did it go? Walking up to them, scuffed as it can get, terrible. Our photographers, organizers, using their phones. You would say it's a complete disaster, but no, the whole event happened. People actually saw through it. It's fine. A lot of people came. We had prizes. People participated, DIY'd their own flags as a team. It really caught on, and we awarded them our prizes. Our prizes for first place holders was a piece of grass, because you should touch it. And despite how it was our first trial and how bad we don't compare to cyberchess how we began with being an attempt. We had 80 participants in total, mostly, of course, students, because that was our audience, and that's what reach we had. But still, 5 different universities, teams 25, and around 70 tasks, easy to hard. And as you can see, people. Those are the flag submissions, as in you found a flag submitted, and you can see what is the percentage of that. And with being so open, the response was also overwhelmingly positive. Like, this is from participants. They made memes about our events, and it made the sense of community. This idea of Mārtiņš really caught on, and people played with us, played with the funny things they found about the event, as well as complained them through memes, and we completely accepted it. That's real. Yep, sometimes if there was a bug in a task, that's a feature, my guy. And genuinely, it was a first good attempt. So the next year, we thought, okay, first year happened, somehow it happened, it's gotta be bigger. It's gotta be bigger and better, baby. So we did. We got more organizers. We tried to make more challenging tasks that actually came from other companies, because it was a chance for them to also scout talent, see stats, how people do. And we even made 2 tracks of advanced and beginners, and even a game show segment. Well, it happened. It went well, trust. And the resources actually were still not drained too much, surprisingly. And we were even getting recognition with this year. As we said, it leveled up. Look at those nice pictures. We got a photographer. And an actual venue where people could actually enter in freely, badges for once. And there was actually an escape room where you had to use Raspberry Pis and all tech to escape it. And yeah, the event actually was at a higher tier. And for once, the momentum was still there. Insane. The website, look at it. A bit better. Footer fixed. It took us a year, guys, but we did it. And participants doubled. It is insane to us, the growth of it, how we doubled participants, both from multiple institutions, teams, and people. The fact that we had these 2 brackets, tracks, how people could assign beginners, how we decided those who are beginners and advanced were the participants themselves. They assigned themselves, are you a beginner or are you advanced? As you can see, most people consider themselves beginners. This is their first try. And Mārtiņš CTF being the opportunity for them to try is a big deal for us. Recognition for this. And this is the big deal with the second part, is that we finally got really recognized, even though it's our second year of organizing it, where, yeah, we were nominated, we got a thank you from the Ministry of Defense, and we were considered an academic achievement of the year. But also, I think one of the most important things about being recognized is that the National Cybersecurity Challenge also recognized us. That means it was not only cool for us to be, oh, look at us, we're so cool, but for participants to be part of this event, that was also cool for them, because they got extra points in their next challenges. As in, we were a CTF serious enough so that you could get benefits in other challenges for it. You were awarded points for being part of our CTF. So it was beneficial in both sides, being an organizer and a participant here. Look at us, beautiful people participating in person. And that was the second year. the third year. That's happening now. We want it even bigger now. Well, we are trying to make it even bigger. It's yet to happen. It's happening next month. So we've been organizing it, and hopefully it's going to be now reaching the Baltics. Now, mostly the tracks are divided into remote and in-person, as we are keeping the structure the same. It works. There's still lots to do, and really, right now, the only good thing, the great thing I can also report, look at our website. We found a person that likes CSS and HTML, part of Mārtiņš. This is great news so far. And the website is fancy. And I could talk now more about all the problems we had, all the little stories of mishaps and our problems, which is really part of a CTF of all our problems. The first year streaming, the funny part about izdruk apdruk is that we had to make documents, because we had a budget, we could actually get stuff, we could buy stuff. Guess what, in the documents we screwed up and wrote abdruka, which is to make maybe printed shirts, into izdruka, which means you can only work with paper. So we had a budget of a few hundred euros for paper only. And it was like a waste, and there's many of our mistakes. For example, how during a CTF, one of our infrastructure guys accidentally, so he configured that pressing enter restarts the whole infrastructure, as in creates downtime for our participants. And at one point, he just came in and accidentally pressed it. So we had unexpected downtime. Sorry, participants, unexpected. One of our guys pressed the restart button. And we had a lot of other kind of mishaps that I could talk about. And certainly don't have a problem talking about it, because that's part of our event, is being very transparent. This is how we run the event, and why Mārtiņš character is so strong. We're very open. We want to talk about this event and to learn from it. That's why also participants are very encouraged to tell how it was, the bad and the good. But really, the reflections are, you really don't need much for a CTF. CTFs are fun, and we were surprised how little they are of Latvian grassroots events like these. And you genuinely just need the basics. And I would even say, really, Mārtiņš CTF, the scuffed year of DIYing badges and opening doors, is as really in spirit as good as hopefully this year. It feels equal in their own right. The spirit's still there, and that's generally it. We want, the mission to us has always been clear, is to get people into have fun with cybersecurity. And we do need support to grow. That's why it's important to have a community, to have the participants to also have fun and give us their experiences, and for them to talk about it, and to also be recognized by professionals. It gives us credit. It gives us authentic authority certificates of us being cool, because we really need this motivation as well. We don't earn anything from this. We are doing this for the love of the game. And yeah, as I said, CTFs are actually very cheap. You really just, CTFD is an open source tool, which is where it hosts all the tasks. It's like an Olympiad where you see every task that we have prepared. You do need an infrastructure of servers and open VPNs, but the technical parts can actually be helped. If you have done it once, you can probably do it again. And if anything, I can message us, we can help it with it. And to organize the challenge yourself, you can actually buy them. Everywhere else around the world, CTFs are very common, and there's many websites for it. And you can actually, it's a common practice, CTFs. It's a popular term. We're not like the first ones to ever do a CTF, and people offer to actually buy them from them. And generally, the other thing you need for CTF is promotion. Make yourself heard. So this was a story. Remember, this is a story of me, of all of my Mārtiņi. And really, the lessons we learn is that just be transparent. All the mistakes, you will most likely be hacking your CTF if you want to make a CTF. That's fine. We just generally try to stay very human and transparent about it, and talk about our problems, and hear and listen to our participants, what they want. And really important, if you really want to do something in cybersecurity, just do it. Like, we were students that wanted a CTF, had some experience then, and just wanted to try. And that's very much part of a CTFing, is giving it you all and really just hitting your head around the solution that you're trying to get, and then finding people that can help you, or the internet and so on. And that's really part of it. There's some challenges ahead. Really, about a CTF is a gamified hacking. So there is a very important side note to it that we want to show ethical hacking, as in there is responsibility when you're learning these kind of tricks and vulnerabilities and how to use them ethically, and to really only hack things that you are given permission to hack. That is very important, and that's also something we think about. Every task we make, we first ask, okay, how legal is this? Okay, lockpicking, is it legal? Can we show that in person? Oh no, okay, we shouldn't do this. It's a lot of talking about this, what are we teaching, what are we giving participants to do, and how legal is it? As well as, for example, we want to host our own radio stations so that people can listen to other frequencies and be part of a radio network. But how legal is it to make your own antenna? And it asks a lot of questions about it, how we want to also be correct. We want to be a good example. And really, there aren't that many of us, and it's very important, no Mārtiņ as in to host these events, nor our event, nor every other, and it's very important to have people that are fostering the community of CTFs and IT and willing to do things for it, and so that we can ensure succession, so that things still happen. 3 years is kind of insane for a student event to keep going this far. So that really is about the organization. We were students, University of Latvia Computer Science Student Council, and we actually even, so that this event has more legs to them, more roots, can stay longer, we branched and even made an association with the same name, but so that it could last longer. And these types of events, but still would be very volunteer-based and doing it for the love of the game. So, Mārtiņ CTF, that's why I'm here, because it still is running for the 3rd year and hopefully more. And it's a Jeopardy-style CTF challenge for teams of 1 to 5 people, our target audience being people who are willing to try, who are willing to experiment and give it their go at a CTF and hacking competition. And if you want to participate as well, by the way, again, we are organizing, the event is happening, don't worry, there'll be a QR code, next slide. But if the site, the good site, is at mcetf.datoriķi.org. We are organizing it again. Hopefully it's gonna be better also this year. We don't want to lose the momentum. And participate. You can be in a team, you can have fun with it. We certainly also want to have fun with it. We have great joy in making this, and hopefully you too, if you participate. So participate. Yeah. I guess thank you, that's my talk. I explained my story.
Thank you, Katrīna. I think this was both very energetic and inspiring as well. So if some people were wondering how hard it is to run a CTF, I'd say very hard, but it's a lot of fun along the way as well.
Yeah.
So I hope this presentation will give you as well a lot of other helping hands. You'll find many Mārtiņš, I think, in this community as well. And maybe some sponsors or supporters for many things you need to get this onto the next level as well. So are there any questions from the audience here? Yes, we do have here on the first row.
Just a moment.
Yep, here on the other end. Yep.
If I want to run the CTF in my organization, which talks in English, can I ask you to organize for our audience?
Yes, that is actually something we really want to do. We have thought about having mini CTFs inside organizations that's only for their employees, because we are also preparing tasks that are both as challenging tasks, but also tasks that are very introductory, where your hand is held throughout how to solve them. And this is something the Computer Association Datoriķi Association is very into and wants to do, and other people. It is a practice. If you really want to talk about it, I'm totally down. We can talk about it afterwards as well. And then anybody else offering, it's something we want to do because our goal is to foster greater computer hacker IT literacy, and tasks are a fun way to do it. It gives a very practical face to it.
Perfect. Is there any other question from the audience? I think I have a question, is there one thing that you did on the first 2 CTFs and you would definitely not do again when organizing a CTF? Hold my beer moment.
I have brought with me more things that I want to keep doing.
Okay.
The things that I made mistakes on the first year, we didn't do for the next year. We do keep trying. I guess
something fun will be, maybe.
Something funny that we found as a mistake to not do again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's a real struggle. I guess not as many
Or this is TLP red.
If it can be an email, make it an email. I guess that would be a takeaway. There were many times when we met up. Okay, we should meet up to make this event. Nothing to talk about. And it was generally it is very much about respecting each other's time to make this event, because we don't earn anything from this other than the satisfaction of making the event. And so it is very much about fostering a community, but fostering and taking care of Mārtiņš ourselves, and we should be really respectful. So yeah, that's, I guess, a good take, a lesson that I'm just now carrying with this CTF.
So you mentioned the community. How have you seen that the community of CTFs, how many people pay, has been increasing over time? Like how it was 2 years ago and how many players you have now?
It is insane going to most university events or cybersecurity and hearing, oh yeah, I participated in Mārtiņš CTF, oh Mārtiņš, like it being a recognizable thing. For me, it does feel like a bubble, and the fact that many youths that are now in cybersecurity, the national challenge, or somewhere else in university, are referencing the event even afterwards. And one of the greatest, I think, the feeling of the butterfly effect of making an event was hearing that some employee said, yeah, in a CV, I saw that somebody wrote that they participated and won first place at Mārtiņš CTF. I'll check it out. Insane that somebody thought it was good, like impressive enough to put it in their CV.
Perfect. I think that's a very good place to start. So invite everyone online, checking this out as well, participate. It will be at the end of November?
Yeah, November 21st, first days remotely, and 23rd is the in-person event.
Perfect. Everyone from the Baltics can participate.
Yeah, you don't even have to be from the Baltics. We're just advertising. Our reach now is trying to get Baltic universities, but you can be from anywhere. It's fine.
We have 28 countries here, so you might have...
all of you are invited.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much, Katrīna. I hope that all of you who are now thinking about maybe I need to develop a CTF back at home or back at my institution now have at least someone to talk to and maybe get some background info as well and get inspired to do so as well. Thank you, Katrīna. You've earned your socks as well, please. Yes. And hope to see you next time with another bunch of successful stories to tell as well. Thank you so much.